ASU declares a nationwide 2-week warning strike. NAFDAC partners NNMDA to develop safe, effective herbal drugs. Israel, Gaza prepare for hostage, prisoner exchange ahead of ceasefire. A very good evening and thank you for joining us on the news around the world. My name is Afolakemi Akobi. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has announced a total and comprehensive 2-week warning strike affecting all public universities across Nigeria. The union's national president, Professor Chris Epimuna, made the announcement during a press conference held today at the University of Abuja. The national president of ASU, Professor Chris Epimuna, stated that there had been no meaningful progress to prevent the union from moving forward with its planned industrial action. He stated that all ASU branches across the country have been directed to commence a full withdrawal of their services beginning at midnight on Monday, October 13, 2025. According to Professor Pimuna, the strike would be both total and comprehensive in line with the resolution reached at the union's most recent National Executive Council meeting, NEC. President Bola Tinubu today departed Abuja for Rome, Italy, to attend the Akaba Process Heads of States and Government meeting, which focuses on counter-terrorism and regional security. The presidential spokesman, Bayo Ononuga, said the Akaba process, launched by King Abdullah II of Jordan in 2015, is co-chaired by the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan and Italian government and aims to address security crisis in West Africa. The meeting, beginning October 14, will gather African leaders, intelligence and military officials alongside international organizations to discuss the evolving security challenges in the region. Participants are expected to share assessments, strengthen partnerships, and develop strategies to counter terror threats on land, sea, and online platforms. President Tinubu will also hold bilateral meetings with other leaders to explore collaborative measures to tackle rising insecurity across the sub-region. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is partnering with the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency, NNMDA, to develop safe, effective, and scientifically validated herbal medicines that meet international standards through properly designed clinical trials. The Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said Nigerian herbal medicine practitioners have the capacity to produce quality indigenous remedies comparable to international standards, but emphasized the need for scientific validation to ensure safety and efficacy. She explained that NAFDAC currently grants 2 types of approval for herbal medicines, listing approval for products that passed toxicologically safety tests and full registration only after proving scientific evidence of efficacy and safety. She added that NAFDAC is seeking funding to support clinical trials and is working with NNMDA to identify qualified herbal products for testing with the goal of including scientifically proven remedies in Nigeria's National Herbal Medicine formulary. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors and Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria have reiterated calls for hospitals to treat gunshot victims immediately without demanding police reports as required by law. They issued the reminder in Abuja during interviews with the newsmen following repeated reports of hospitals neglecting victims in emergencies despite the 2017 Gunshot Victims Act mandating prompt treatment in all facilities. The law clearly stated that a failure to treat such patients could attract up to 5 years imprisonment, a fine of 500,000 naira or both, while the Nigerian police in a 2023 circular also warned against any delay in treatment. President of NAD, Dr. Mohammed Sulaiman, described the refusal to attend to victims as unacceptable, saying doctors are trained to save lives, not to judge, and urged citizens to report hospitals that violate this directive. We now take our first commercial break. Please stay with us.
My mama no like.
Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma-oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma-oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance oil. Good food, no worries.
Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless possibilities.
Glad to know you're still there. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has called on the new INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amupiton, SAN, to show firm commitment to ending impunity for electoral offenses in Nigeria, saying electoral crimes must no longer be tolerated. In a statement signed by its Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadari, and made available to newsmen, SERAP warned that a failure to address electoral impunity would embolden the political actors to continue undermining democracy. President Bola Tinubu, according to a post by his aide, Bayo Ononuga, presented Amokinton's name to the Council of State during its meeting at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The appointment follows the exit of Professor Mahmood Yakub, who completed his 10-year tenure in October 2025. SERAP argued that protecting the sanctity of the ballot is central to democracy, and it may take legal action if INEC fails to act on its recommendations. Following the expiration of Professor Mahmood Yakub's tenure as chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, President Bola Tinubu has nominated Professor Joash Amopiton, SAN, as the new INEC chairman. BCOS reporter Bimisola Adebayo takes a look at the challenges ahead and the expectations from the new electoral umpire.
The nomination of Professor Josh Ojo Amopiton, SAN, as INEC chairman was unanimously approved by the National Council of State, a move that has sparked both optimism and cautious expectations among Nigerians. With over 3 decades of experience in academia and law, Professor Amupiton brings deep expertise in company law, corporate governance, and privatization law, which observers believe could help strengthen institutional transparency within INEC. However, his appointment has drawn mixed reactions. While stakeholders commend his non-partisan reputation, experts warn that true reform must go beyond leadership change. In their respective remarks, a legal scholar, Professor Kazim Olaniyonu, and international election observer, Dr. Idowu Adewumi, cautioned that Amupiton's limited experience in election management may pose early challenges.
The controversy between real-time reports of votes results. 2 is the malfunctioning, or let's say not too ready digitalized BVAS machine. And of course, the manipulation of election results in a way that it shows that the Nigerian democracy, working to the answer kind of electoral malpractice and electoral procedures.
When Professor Amukwito gets to office, they will show them loads of voters' cards that people refuse to collect. It's not that they don't want to collect, but the criteria for collecting those things, they are too stringent. So you should look into that. So we'll have more participation. People usually leave this, when it comes to electionary period like this, they usually leave it for politicians alone. And it is very pathetic that we are living our life for politicians.
They urged the new chairman to embark on comprehensive staff training, reorientation of public confidence, and take decisive actions to sanitize the commission by removing corrupt elements.
Sympathy or the goodwill of the public is likely to succeed because it needs a lot of mobilization, it needs a lot of reorientation. It must start with training, solid training for the staff.
That you should not allow Nigerians to lose confidence in the electionary process. There are 3 stages. The first stage is a pre-election where they do their campaigns, they do their whatever. We are also appealing to all political leaders, political parties, that please, we don't want to we don't want to shed any blood during those periods. They should talk to their members.
As Professor Josh Ojo Amupiton assumes office, expectations are high that his leadership will strengthen electoral integrity and set the stage for credible polls from upcoming state elections in 2026 to the general elections in 2027. Bemisola Adebayo, BCOS News.
Another timeout. Please stay with us.
My mama no like. Ogbonge just arrive. She tell me say na dem. Yeah. Now why did you risk like this? Fry the plantain.
Introducing you.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys.
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria. Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on. Malaria gone.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Way! Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
Nivea Black and White Deodorant, now with 72-hour protection. But what does that mean? 3 cities in 3 days and no fear of sweat and odor. 120 dances with skin as smooth as the moves. Sweat, stain and odor protection. Nivea Black and White Deodorant. Skin is for embracing life. Nivea is for skin.
To imagine a world with no boundaries. Just you and your dreams, running wild and free. Oh no, life can be easy. Smooth connection with the correct.
Guys, food is ready.
Suitable for jollof rice, stew, spaghetti, and yam portage. Cooked to impress.
My mama no like food and plus everything combined. Oh, Bonga just the arrival. She tell me say nah devil. Yeah. Now why did you? Risk like this, try the plantain.
Introducing you.
And creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids.
To imagine a world with no boundaries. Just you and your dreams, running wild and free. Oh no, life can be easy. Smooth connection with the correct.
You're welcome back. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport have arrested a 52-year-old businessman, Ejiofor Emeka, with 127 wraps of cocaine concealed in his private part and stomach, recovered after days of observation and excretion following his arrival from Bangkok, Thailand. NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi said Ejiofor, who operates boutiques in Lagos and Onitsha, was taken for a body scan which confirmed the presence of the illicit drug, leading to his arrest and recovery of 1.388 kilograms of cocaine. Chairman of NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Mohammed Bubamawa, commended the officers for their professionalism and resilience, urging them to sustain the momentum in the fight against drug trafficking nationwide. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has warned that tax evasion, False declarations and other financial practices are serious offenses that undermine national development, saying such actions rob the country of vital resources for infrastructure and social services. The Commission's acting zonal director in Kano, Sahad Anafi, stated this during a sensitization workshop organized in collaboration with the Nigerian Customs Service and the Kano Chamber of Commerce to promote trade compliance and legal adherence. He said the FCC, working with other agencies, is using intelligence and technology to curb illegal financial practices and ensure accountability. The zonal coordinator of customs noted that new technologies like artificial intelligence and data analytics are being deployed to improve transparency and trade facilitation. Nigerians have been called upon to support government initiatives and stakeholders in building a healthier, stronger, and passionate society. Honorable Adiremi Oseni, representing Ido Ibarapa East Federal Constituency, made this appeal during the flag-off of a free 1,000 breast cancer screening program. Staff reporter Bimbo Akombi has more.
The program, organized by Access to Basic Medical Care Foundation, ABC Foundation, Ibadan, aims to raise awareness about breast cancer in commemoration of the Pink Month. Honorable Hussaini attributed the slow progress in the fight against breast cancer to low awareness levels and limited access to early screening. He highlighted his efforts in advocating for subsidized cancer treatment, which led to the federal government making dialysis free. The lawmaker commended ABC Foundation and pledged support for the initiative, emphasizing its potential to prevent avoidable deaths and improve women's lives.
In Oyo State, as in many parts of the country, and Nigeria in particular, awareness level remain low and access to early screening is painfully limited. That is why this campaign remains an important message to every one of us. June 2025, I moved a motion on the floor of the National Assembly calling for the federal government to subsidize dialysis, treatment, and all cancer-related matters.
Wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Dapo Abiodun, praised the program for aligning with global best practices and noted that it would benefit people beyond Oyo State. She commended the founder, Mrs. Florence Ajimobi, for her dedication to humanitarian work, particularly in supporting the less privileged.
The presence of ABC Foundation in Oyo State has truly made a difference. It's not only touching lives locally, but is influencing national health advocacy and policy.
In her remarks, Mrs. Ajimobi revealed that ABC Foundation has provided relief and medical care to people for 13 years. She expressed renewed commitment to fighting breast cancer after losing her daughter to the disease earlier this year.
I renew my commitments to fight with even greater passion to save more lives and to ensure that our women are protected, our families preserved, and our communities strengthened. To fight against breast cancer, let us keep hope, one woman at a time, until the day breast cancer is no longer a death sentence in Nigeria.
Delivering his lecture, Dr. Bolaji Anyadipo from the University College Hospital, UCH, emphasized the need for national guidelines for breast cancer screening. Stakeholders at the event were urged to increase awareness, provide adequate screening, and improve access to care. The event was attended by notable figures, including former Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Rauf Olanio, Senator Fatai Buwali, and former Chief Medical Director of the University College Hospital, Professor Temitope Alonge. Bimbo Akombi, BCOS News.
Another timeout. Please stay with us.
World needs moms. With a splash of golden terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love. TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Glad to know you're still there. A former justice of the Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal, retired Justice Peter Ige, has opened a legal consultancy services office in Ibadan as part of his commitment to giving back to the society. The Wirele-born jurist was honored with the presence of dignitaries from the bench and the bar, led by the Oyo State Chief Judge Justice Iyabo Yerima. Staff reporter Adebayo Abdurrafi was at the dedication of the office located at Akperin Street off Awolowo Road, Bodija, Ibadan, and he files the details.
And to the glory of God, I declare this office open for his glory and the joy, progress, and happiness of us all. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
That was the moment the Legal Consultancy Services facility established by the retired Justice of the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, Justice Peter Ige, was dedicated by the Catholic Archbishop of Ibadan Archdiocese, Most Reverend Gabriel Abigunrin. The ceremony attracted dignitaries including judges and magistrates of the Oyo State Judiciary, senior advocates of Nigeria, former deputy governors Iyola Oladokun and Rahuf Olaniyan, among others. In a goodwill message, the Oyo State Chief Judge, Justice Iyabo Yerima, emphasized the need for government to tap into the wealth of experience of retired professionals who still have much to contribute to nation building.
Going through the process from the High Court to the Court of Appeal, you will know that he's a very cerebral judge. He has got what it takes. I can't say that the Constitution should be amended, but I could say it could be amended for people like him because he's very, very brilliant, very thorough. You know, he has the in-depth understanding of what the law is and what the law ought to be.
For his part, the facilitator, Justice Peter Ige, explained that the Consultancy Services Office was established to provide legal guidance and advice for both professionals and non-professionals. He noted that the initiative was driven by his desire to give back to the society and fulfill a long-held aspiration.
Not sitting down at home, we have somewhere to go, which is my own office. So, and that has given me joy. And that is what I've been planning to do immediately after my retirement.
Archbishop Gabriel Abigunrin remarked that the project impacts the society positively, describing it as a testament to the magnanimity of the facilitator.
Having retired, I will tell him to take it easy, to be careful, because people are very slippery, but he's a prayerful person. I ask him to keep praying as he used to be, and to keep watch those who come to him so that they don't take wrong impression away from here.
Guests at the occasion, including members of the judiciary, the facilitators community, church, and indigenous associations were later entertained. Adebayo Abdurrafi, BCOS News.
As part of activities marking the 2025 Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ Week, members of the 4th Estate of the Realm in Oyo State gathered in thanksgiving to appreciate God for his faithfulness and guidance. In his exhortation, the shepherd in charge of the Celestial Church of Christ, Onola Parish, Alakia Ibadan, Assistant Venerable Matthew Olakomi, charged the journalists to remain unwavering in their calling as watchdogs of the society, upholding truth, fairness, and integrity in their daily reportage. Our reporter, Adiola Oladile, was at the event and completes the story.
Members of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Oyo State Council, led by the chairman, Comrade Ademola Babalola, joined by other executive and members, began the week-long celebration in an atmosphere of joy and gratitude. Delivering the sermon, the shepherd in charge of Celestial Church of Christ, Onola Parish, Assistant Venerable Matthew Olakomi, urged Nigerians to embrace religious tolerance, uphold the fear of God, and cultivate goodness in their daily dealings. Recalling a challenging period in his ministry, when the press stood by him during a dispute with the Oyo State government, the cleric commended journalists for their resilience, fairness, and objectivity in reportage, describing them as essential voices in the promotion of truth and justice. He also lauded Governor Seyi Makinde for his remarkable achievements and commitment to good governance in the state.
Just to worship God. Don't fight with any other religion, because God is one. NUJ Oyo State, as they were doing, I advised them to talk the truth of word of God.
In his remarks, the state NUJ chairman, Comrade Ademola Babalola, described the Thanksgiving as a symbolic event marking the final NUJ week of his tenure, which began in 2019 and will conclude in December. Comrade Babalola said the shepherd's testimony serves as a motivation for journalists to continue reflecting truth, justice, and accountability in their reportage.
But today, we still see the part of the prophet to help us to see God's face in guiding the young electorate to decide on merit in the next of leaders in 2027. We are convinced we also put this nation into the hands of God. That all the crises in the northern part of this country, or one part of the southern part of the country, the crisis in insecurity, God will put a permanent stop to all these crises forthwith. So that at the end of the day, all of us can live happily and peacefully as a great and wonderful people of Nigeria.
The congregation later joined journalists in Thanksgiving as members of the pen profession showcased their dancing skills. The service featured special prayers for the congregation, journalists, and the peace and progress of Oyo State, as well as entertainment. The 2025 NUJ Week continues with an opening ceremony to be declared by Governor Seyi Makinde on Monday, October 13, along with a series of activities including lectures, award presentations, Veterans Day, and a special Jumat service. Adiola Oladili, BCOS News.
Foreign saying authorities in Israel and Gaza are preparing for the release of Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners ahead of tomorrow's deadline for the swap stipulated in the ceasefire deal that could end the 2-year war in Gaza. Foreign Desk Editor Folashade Akintola compiled details of this news and other stories as presented by Bimbo Akobi.
Hamas is meant to release all living hostages from Gaza within 72 hours of the signing of the deal, a deadline that ends at noon local time, that is 10 a.m. UK time. The militant group holds 48 hostages, 20 of whom are believed to be alive. A spokesperson for the Israeli Prime Minister's office said they expected all of the living hostages to be released at the same time early on Monday morning. An unnamed Hamas official said that living hostages had been gathered in Gaza and that the militant group would meet tonight to agree on the logistics of their release. An international task force will work on finding the remains of hostages not released by Monday, with many believed to be buried under the rubble somewhere in the devastated Gaza Strip. Israel will also release nearly 2,000 Palestinian detainees, the vast majority of whom will be sent to Gaza or exiled to neighboring countries once Israeli hostages are back on Israeli soil.
And the president wanted me to share, as he has with so many of you personally, that he sees you, he hears you, he stands with you, always.
And also to see the suffering end for the people in Gaza, who, for most of them, were experiencing this through no fault of their own, other than being born into a situation that was horrific.
From the depths of our hearts, we honor the families of the hostages. To the hostages themselves, our brothers and sisters, you are coming home.
3 Qatari officials have been killed in a car crash near the Egyptian Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, according to the Qatari embassy in Cairo. In a statement today, the diplomatic mission said that all 3 men worked for the Amiri Diwan, the administrative office of Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Ahmad Al Thani. The embassy described the incident as a tragic traffic accident and said the 3 men were killed while performing their duties. The accident also resulted in injuries to 2 others, it added. Both of the injured officials are receiving medical care at a hospital in Sharm el-Sheikh. Egypt's Sharm el-Sheikh was the venue of the negotiations for a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas to end the war in Gaza earlier this week. It is also scheduled to host a global summit tomorrow aimed at finalizing the agreement. Afghanistan says it has killed 58 Pakistani soldiers and wounded 30 others in overnight border operations as clashes between their militaries intensify following an airstrike on Kabul earlier this week. Zabihullah Mujahid, spokesperson for Afghanistan's Taliban government, said a significant amount of Pakistani weapons also fell into the hands of the Afghan forces. Mujahid said that more than 20 Taliban soldiers were also killed or wounded in the operations. Pakistan has not yet commented on the Taliban government's claim. Earlier on Sunday, the Taliban said it captured 3 Pakistani border posts during its retaliatory attacks at several points along the terrain. The Pakistani state media on Sunday said its forces seized 19 Afghan border posts, citing security sources who said Afghan Taliban fighters at the posts were either killed or fled.
In the border areas, which are our remote areas, there have been some attacks. We condemn it, and we consider it a big mistake of the Pakistani government.
Bimbo Akambi, BCOS News.
And the news tonight, here again are the main points. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has announced a total and comprehensive 2-week warning strike affecting all public universities across Nigeria. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is partnering with the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency, NNMDA, to develop safe, effective, and scientifically validated herbal medicines that meet international standards through properly designed clinical trials. Authorities in Israel and Gaza are preparing for the release of Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners ahead of tomorrow's deadline for the swap stipulated in the ceasefire deal that could end the 2-year war in Gaza. BCOS website is live. Kindly visit www.bcostv.com. And now, before I go, Nigeria is your beloved country. Do everything possible to make her great. Thank you very much for watching. Good evening.
Day celebration. Oh yes, the 2025 World Food Day celebration in Oyo State is commencing on Friday, 10th October. It is 2025 World Food Day celebrations. Oh yes, the 2025 World Food Day celebration in Oyo State is commencing on Friday, 10th October 2025. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ètò láti là sílẹ̀ láti sàmì àyájọ́ ìpèsè oúnjẹ lágbàáyé lẹ́yìn tá a bá kírun jímọ̀ tán láago kan ọ̀sán ọjọ́ kẹwàá oṣù kẹwàá ní mọ́sálásí ńlá sẹkítẹ́rìàtì Ìbàdàn nísìn ọpẹ́ ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ó wáyé ní Sunday ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù kẹwàá ní St. Peter's Church Àrèmọ Ìbàdàn láago mẹ́sàn-án àárọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ to be followed by a fitness walk on Tuesday 14th October starting from the Ministry of Agriculture Secretariat Agodi Ìbàdàn by 7 a.m. While there shall be a symposium coming up on Wednesday 15th October at the House of Chiefs Parliament Building Secretariat Ibadan by 10 a.m. and the grand finale will come up with exhibition of agricultural produces on Thursday 16th October at the same venue by 10 a.m. prompt. Àjẹpẹ́ gbogbo ẹni tọ́rọ̀ kàn lẹ́ka ètò ọ̀gbìn nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àgbẹ̀ àti gbogbo ènìyàn là ń pè láti bá wa sàmì àyájọ́ ìpèsè oúnjẹ àgbáyé tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Jímọ̀ ọjọ́ kẹwàá tí ó sì wá sópin ní Thursday ọjọ́ kẹrìndínlógún oṣù kẹwàá ọdún yìí. Announcer Honourable Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Oyo State.
It's here. Hello, Mr. Right Season 3 is back and better.
It is our goal to match-make eligible singles with their ideal date to finally become that golden date!
Mind you, these talented singles are not just endowed with physical attributes. They also possess a wide range of emotional attributes which will help that one person to find their movement.
My name is Kiki, I am your host, and I'll be doing this with my partner in matchmaking.
And my name is Prince Nelson, and together we are going to usher you into another sumptuous season of Hello, Mr. Right.
So you make sure to join us every week on ST Nollywood Plus, on Star Times, and Star Times on our Plus other partnering channels.
Hello, Mr. Right Season 3 is proudly powered by Star Times Solar and supported by Indomie.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, because Hypo is here.
Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Protect every day with Hypo. Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go Hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo. Cleaning every surface, sanitize the home. Shine every corner, enter every corner. Your sitting room, kitchen, even the toilets. For cleaning, Hypo now. No lose guard, protect your home with Hypo now.
And just like that, the day is saved. Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go Hypo.
It is time I told you all I know about your parents and the age of wonders.
Our world will be irrevocably changed within hours. Our lives altered forever. Tell me, what has changed?
Everything. Humanity will truly learn what it means to deal with the Divine One.
All I have ever needed is the blood of the Divine One.
We are not caretakers or petty gods, demanding tribute and sacrifices.
For there will come a time when they are finally ready to fight as one.
I love you, Iyanolua.
Across the bridge,